Welcome into another year of Southern Miss Sports Today with head coach Jordi McNellis. And as you can see behind us, we are at our really, it's a game-by-game post-game social for the Wings.
Right.
We've got a special guest with us today. Emma Grace. This is Joy's granddaughter joining us on the show today. It is about family. It's about the Wings. It's about all the things that make Southern Miss ladies basketball special. And right before we went on the air, you talked to the fans and thanked them for making a difference in our program, for doing little things like being able to provide food and cater for a soup dinner after the ball game. It means so much to our players knowing they're so deeply cared for.
You know, it really does, and that's what Lady Eagle basketball is all about. But that's truly what Southern Miss is about. You know, after games they bring different types of foods, and before games, and tonight was soup night. I mean, we've got crawfish bisque, we've got crawfish and shrimp soup over there, taco soup, chili, beans, and ham. We've got all kind of delicious soups. And you know, when people take of their own personal time and their money to be able to impact lives, it truly makes a difference in our society. And that's what our Booster Club is all about. They're difference makers. They will make places in our hearts that will be there forever. And as Lady Eagle basketball players and coaches, it's our responsibility to impact their lives and be able to leave a special place in their heart. But this group is extremely special to us, and it truly is about family.
Emma Grace is special too. She's about to make a grab for your microphone there, Coach. And we're here tonight really talking about not only where this Lady Eagle team has been over the last few weeks, where this Lady Eagle team was when we shoot this, coming off that big win over Blue Mountain. Let's start with this team, this young team of Lady Eagles, 8 newcomers to this roster that need to do a lot of growing up, and it's been slower than you've wanted, but the team is making strides, and they've really put in a lot of work since finals wrapped up.
You know, Josh, we have put in a lot of work. We've spent a lot of hours. We've had a lot of two-a-days. We've done a lot of, you know, skill development. That's truly what we focused on is our skill set. Because when we practice so early in the mornings, it's hard to get all that in with them getting to go into class. We're able to get it in some, but it's a true commitment that we devote an hour and a half, honestly, Josh, of skill development and shooting for us to be able to become better. You know, with so many young players, you know, you saw us very early. We would go one way, the pass would go one way, and everything was kind of, it was like we were fragmented. You know, we were not together. It was not a big puzzle. Everything was not connecting. And we still have a ways to go. We're still learning that process. But I think tonight, against Blue Mountain, we were able to see some of those things come together for us.
It was a game for the Lady Eagles in which a lot of things went right. 70 points in the paint, multiple turnovers forced, 29 turnovers forced. You actually had as many offensive rebounds, 18, as Blue Mountain had total rebounds, 18.
We're pretty boring if she's going to sleep on us.
I think we are. Crunching the numbers here, but there were a lot of positives in that ball game, and I believe there were 8 players with at least 5 points.
You know, there were. And, you know, we had multiple players with double-doubles. I hope our fans and our listening folks don't think we're as bored as Emma Grace thinks we are. But we did. We saw a lot of good things tonight. I mean, Shantae Hills played very well tonight. Jayla King, both of them have been really solid for us. Megan Brown, again, was very solid for us tonight. And I'm going to tell you this, Josh, we're seeing things kind of come together other than those 3. You know, we worked a lot on our high-low action, and Amber and Jayla really had a lot of nice things happen in the high-low action. Hannah Lott coming off the bench is becoming a glue for us and truly a difference maker. And so it's nice to be able to have that. You know, Respect Leaphart slowly but surely is coming in to her own. And so that's got to happen for us to be able to be successful.
Well, don't go to sleep on this Lady Eagle basketball team. A lot of big things in store as we move into the new year, but certainly the Lady Eagles are very excited about the direction they're moving. Well, everybody's enjoying themselves here on this first big social heading into the new year. As we will take a break, we'll be back with more with Coach McNellis right after this. You're watching Southern Miss Sports Today. Welcome back to Southern Miss Sports Today with Coach Jordi McNellis. As you can see, a special guest joining us, Molly Brown, young lady out of Alexander High School in Douglasville, Georgia, the transfer out of South Georgia Tech, who is finally healthy for the first time in her career, and you've seen the fruits of that in the last couple of ball games. Ties a career high with 9 against Blue Mountain. Your toe was on the line, or it would have been a 3 and a new career high against Blue Mountain. You had 8 against Georgia Tech in front of what must have been like 50 friends and family. They were raucous when you were banking in those threes and going on that little 8-0 run, it felt like, by yourself.
Yeah.
Talk about what it's like to finally be healthy and the journey you've been on to get here.
Well, Josh, it's awesome. It's almost indescribable because my whole life I've been playing basketball and fighting to be here, you know, like here where I am today, and overcoming injuries, overcoming everything that can get thrown at you. It's an indescribable feeling.
What did you learn through the tough times, through those difficult times? I saw a quote on the Scout that it says it's not about trying to just wish your way through the storm, it's about dancing in the rain of it.
Yeah.
But that's easier said than done. It's a learning process. How tough was it in those tough times to have the faith to push through to where you are now?
It actually puts things in perspective. It made me fall in love with the game all over again. You know, you have to miss something to kind of appreciate it even more. And I think that's what happened. I missed the game last year, you know, struggling with injuries, and it just made me appreciate playing that much more for my last year, my senior year here.
Every time Joy talks about you, and no doubt we'll hear that in the last segment, she talks about and references instant offense that this team needs from you. They need you to be a three-point shooter.
Right.
They need you to be a scorer. We saw that in the last couple of ball games. How much more comfortable are you becoming now? Is it flashes of confidence, or is it set in?
Well, Josh, as a shooter, you have to have a short-term memory. So your confidence has to be there all the time, or you're not going to be able to make it. You have to keep thinking next shot, next shot, next shot. And so the confidence is definitely more consistent this year than it was last year.
Now, and for you as a shooter, what does your daily routine look like now? You only have so much time in practice and skill development to get up shots. How many more shots are you getting up every day and every week right now?
Well, we have to come in. It kind of depends on when practice is, whether we come in before or after. And usually it's a group of us guards that comes in together. And especially this week, we've been putting up like 50 makes before practice, 50 makes after practice, on top of the skill work and stuff like that. So
now, if that's enough for you, if you feel good about it, do you just go with that? But if you need more, do you get up more?
Right, yes, because basically you could base it off of practice. Whenever we scrimmage in practice, if I had a rough shooting day, I'm definitely staying in the gym longer after practice.
Now, in closing, this Lady Eagle team is very similar in terms of positioning as to where this team was a year ago, kind of off the radar, kind of off the map, under the radar, whatever you want to say, but a team that really took a step when conference play started. A lot of practices, a lot of games before class resumes on the 16th. Talk about any similarities you kind of feel with this team. Obviously, Brittany Dinkins gone, but any similarities that you see that really give you a lot of reason for optimism?
Yeah, the excitement and just the team coming together is very similar to last year. Last year, you know, at the beginning you're trying to get used to everybody, figure out who everybody is, how they play, and then once conference hits, we know who each other are. So we're really coming together as a team, and the excitement with everybody is there. So.
In closing, we look behind us, and these wings are fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
Our boosters are phenomenal.
Yeah.
What does this group mean to you?
Oh, I love them. They're my family away from family, and they really took me in whenever I first got here. I have a few that I sit with basically every time that I come that really have taken me under their wing and make sure that I'm okay all the time. So, yeah, I appreciate them so much.
And in closing, it's hard to reminisce when you're in the middle of it. But as you even look back over the last year and a half, what do you kind of feel like it's all going to mean to you when it is all said and done?
Just thankful for the opportunity and the people that are around me right now, because there's some great people around me right now, Josh, and I really appreciate everything that's happened to me here so far. So.
Well, Molly, we appreciate a few minutes of your time. Thanks for joining us here on Southern Miss Sports today.
Thanks,
it's
Josh.
exciting. A lot more excitement coming out of you and this Lady Eagle basketball team, and we'll see you in Charlotte.
All right.
That's Molly Brown joining us, the senior. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll wrap the show back with Coach McNelis, as we'll put a wrap here on what has been the first of many shows here throughout this 2017-18 season. We'll take a break. Back in a moment. You're watching Southern Miss Sports Today. Welcome back to the final segment of Southern Miss Sports Today with head coach Jordi McNellis and
Joy. Emma Grace.
You've got Emma Grace that is fighting sleep right now. She's been dozing off during the break and at the end of the last segment. And
because she was so tired from cheering at her game.
Cheering at the game, and Michael's going to come over and grab her so she can get a nap in. But you know, you give her a pass. Players can't go to sleep in film when you're talking.
That's
but
right.
for whatever reason, she gets a pass, right,
She gets
Coach?
a pass because she's 4 months old. We'll let her have that pass.
We'll let her have the pass. Now let's talk about, as I said, was jokingly saying at the end of the first segment, we talked to Molly Brown in our last segment. Let's start, before we talk about where this team is going in the new year, let's talk about Molly Brown, a player who's a senior on this squad, who's now healthy for the first time and has a chance to come in and really fill a role, being a just impact scorer off the
Instant
bench
offense.
and hitting big shots.
She's got to be instant offense for us. That's what she has to be. She has to come in and give us some instant offense. And she's done that in the last few ball games. You know, she comes in, she hits a three. She's got to come in, she's got to hit a three for us. And that's where she is very valuable to us. And I think that if she continues to do that and accept that role, she can really make a difference for her. Because, you know, a lot of times when subs come in, people get lost of who's coming in the game. And so, again, she can come in and be instant offense for us.
For the first 5 games to start conference play on the road. And for the Lady Eagles, this is the first year in pod play. And let's explain that to fans that don't know. Lady Eagles are in the top elite pod of Conference USA, matched up with Charlotte, with Western, with Middle, meaning home and homes with those 3 teams. Charlotte, a team that has struggled in the non-conference. That's a game that Southern Miss has to go get to start the season.
We have to go play well, and you know that's their school day, so they're going to have a large crowd there that will really and truly make an unbelievable difference. So we've got to go in focused. We've got to put our blinders on and be able to tune the crowd out and really focus on the things that we did today, the good things we did today, and the areas that we've got to improve on. Again, Charlotte and us, to be very honest with you, Josh, there's not a nickel's worth of difference, to be honest. We're both very young teams. We're both inexperienced teams. And so, you know, that's a 50-50 game. We've got to really go play our best to go on the road and try to still win there.
And then the Hilltoppers of Western Kentucky, one of the elite teams in this league.
Yes.
Just how good are they?
You know, they're good, Josh. You know, Ivy Brown's really good. Tasia Brown, no doubt, is one of the best players in Conference USA. You got Ivy Brown. Bop came off the bench last year, shot the cover off of it against us in the conference tournament. So, you know, I think their 1-2 punch truly is Tasia Brown and Ivy Brown. They really have played in conference championships. They've won conference championships, and they truly make a lot of things happen for Western Kentucky. And, you know, both coaching staffs on both of those programs do a tremendous job. And so, again, you know, if you look at what all's going on this year, you know, the Charlotte game's a 50-50 game, and we should not win at Western Kentucky. That's the bottom line. You know, you look stat for stat, you look who they played, you look who we played. We shouldn't win at Western Kentucky. But this Lady Eagle team's got to go in with a different mindset, a tougher mindset. That's what we're really trying to work on, is the mental side right now. Physically, we're making progress. Mentally, we're continue to be an ongoing process.
And in closing, fans see this great social going on, and it happens either post-game or pre-game. And we're going to be out on Monday night, January 8th, and every Monday night through the rest of the season from 6 to 7 at Georgia Blue for Fast Break, a chance for you to ask questions. It's interactive. We have every bit as much fun there as we do here. We want fans to come out and join us at Georgia Blue, but we want fans to join the Wings, have dollars that impact our program directly, and to be able to be involved and to be able to have a chance to interact with the players and let them know how much they mean to you.
Yeah, and you know, our Wings organization, financially, it would be very difficult for us. These people give of themselves. I had one individual say, well, can you just donate $20? Indeed, you can be a part of us. We need supporters, not only financially, but we need supporters in bodies. Come be a part of this family. These fans, they know our players by names, they know their moms. They're embraced because they're a part of us. And, you know, we're a part of them. And I just think that makes it really, really special. So if people are interested, they can call our office at 601-266-6444 to be a member of the Wings. We can only fly as high as the wind is beneath our wings, and that's who this group is.
Well, Joy, I can't believe another calendar year is wrapping up with you and the Lady Eagles. It's been a blast as always. We couldn't do it without Craig, who's behind the camera, and all of our support staff. It's phenomenal, and we can't wait to walk you through the season here as the Lady Eagles will be tipping off another conference season Thursday at Charlotte and then Saturday at Western Kentucky. For Molly Brown, for Coach McNellis, for Craig Adams, I'm Josh West. For all of our great fans, until next time, you've been watching Southern Miss Sports Today with head coach Jordi McNellis.
been thinking about it since I was a kid.
Mom would be so proud.
If I could do it for a living.
Using my mom's recipes to open up a cupcake shop.
For my daughter to go to vet school.
Singing karaoke in all 50 states.
Captaining my own shrimp boat.
Tell us what you dream about. With the right loan or savings plan, we can make it a reality, no matter how crazy.
That's right. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Keeping you within reach of what matters most. We're Bancorp South, and we're right where you are.
Hey Southern Miss fans, it's Toby Barker, Mayor of Hattiesburg. Mickey Spagnola once wrote, "If you're going to war and you get to choose first, choose Southern Mississippi. Always choose Southern Mississippi. Don't fight Southern Mississippi, because no matter how hard you fight, those folks will fight harder." His words capture the character of our institution and our city. We here in Hattiesburg are writing a new story, one where we rise to our challenges with great excitement, one where we push our city to reach its potential, and most importantly, one where there is real partnership between the University of Southern Mississippi and the city of Hattiesburg. Southern Miss is vital to our city's success, from the quality of life it provides through athletics and the arts to the talent it cultivates in the classroom. We share a common destiny. Hattiesburg is proud to be Mississippi's college city, and we hope as we go forward you'll join us in supporting our Golden Eagles this season as they go to the top.